Hello everybody, welcome back to the Greg K6EGG live stream. Give me just a few minutes and I'll be on the air. I let it sting. It was perfect. That was perfect ending. Welcome to the Greg K6EGG live stream. I am this guy right here. Nice to see you folks in here tonight for the program tonight. Today was an interesting day. I was actually supposed to go to work, but I got my call time kind of late, and I had a doctor's appointment, so I wasn't able to make it. So I took advantage of my unplanned time, and I planned some stuff that I needed to get taken care of. Number one, I wanted to do a POTA because I haven't been able to do it for a while. Yes, I love me some 12 meters. Jason, nice to see you in there. So it was fun. I like that POTA site. I did have a couple visitors right after I got off. I mean, literally, I hit the end button and this says some police showed up again. So that's like my third or fourth time. So I don't know if Neil's watching. I was telling Neil, oh, the cops have never showed up here. And then like 10 minutes later, right 2 times ago when I was there with Neil, they showed up. So we chatted for about 15 minutes. Had a little bit of disagreement on some stuff, but was able to work things out. I was respectful. So another thing, I don't know if you guys remember me talking about I had made an error when I have a scanner that I have next to my bed in my bedroom next door that I listen to literally every night that I'm home. Colin, we said your name 3 times yesterday and you never showed up. So I don't know what the deal is. So I had a problem with my 2016 or 17 MacBook Pro that's an Intel when I updated Parallels, and I got locked out of my Parallels that I had paid for. So I couldn't get into the files. So I was able to so what I did was I had a paid account through ProScan where I get 4 computers for ProScan. I think I paid like $50 for it like 10 years ago, and they give updates. It's actually really good. The guy is from my area too. Bob, I think, something or other. I don't remember. But anyways, so to take a step back with that, there was a couple repeater changes in my area that I wanted to update the names on some stuff, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, okay, first thing I do, whenever I download anything from a scanner or radio, I make a base file of what I had before when I plugged into the unit, whether it be my scanner, handheld, HT, my 5100, whatever. Matt, nice to see you in there. I'm reading and talking at the same time. So anyways, I thought I did that and I didn't. And I wrote over a bunch of stuff that I had previous, which isn't a big deal, but I thought I was cleaning up some duplicate groups. And it turned out I actually wiped out my CHP group, my aviation group, which I built on my own. There's a lot of frequencies in there that are not really listed, like company frequencies, air to air, some stuff I heard randomly, some military stuff I heard randomly, because I do live by an Air Force base. I don't know, 30 miles away, March Air Force Base, airfield, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I wiped all that stuff out. And because I'm Greg, I always have, so I buy things in twos. So I had another scanner that was a previous version of the scanner I had. So I have a BCD 996P2, I think. I'm looking online right now. So yes, 996P2. And I believe that's John in there. Everybody's name is different. Great scanner. I think the receive on VHF's a little weak personally, because I'm that's my personal opinion. Anyways, still a good scanner UHF wise, and it does the job. So the reason why I'm saying this is because I have a duplicate radio that I had with FreeScan. Let me take another step back. With FreeScan, the software I programmed with before, you can load a file that's similar to the same radio, and you could still maneuver through some of the file. Sometimes you get the same options, but everything shows up the same way. And for those of you who know the BCD scanners, the file system is kind of unique to that scanner. And anyways, if you have a file scanner, one of those scanners, the file, what's the word? I just said it. The file system follows. So, I thought, hey, I got ProScan working on my other computer, my M1. You know what? I got some time off. A couple days ago, I ordered it's a 4-pin USB A that would connect into the 996T. Yes, BCD 996T. So I'm like, all right, so what I'll do is I'll just plug that baby in. I'll yank the file off of it because the file was very similar. As far as all the CHP stuff didn't really change, and all the aviation stuff didn't really change over the last 5 years, which was the last time I had that radio on. But when I was traveling before COVID. So I'm like, all right, I'll just order cable. I'll download that file, and then I'll just transfer that file into my other, or transfer most of that file, copy some groups over, and it'll be a 5-minute operation. Was I totally wrong? I spent 2 hours trying to download the drivers for that USB-C cable. I could not get it to work. And finally, I went to the manufacturer site because it's like a cheap knockoff version of whatever's supposed to be the real version, because I only paid $9 for it or whatever it was, which, you know what? People said it worked in the thing. Well, here's the problem with that. I have a M1 and I was emulating Windows via Parallels. In red on the file on the what do you call it, on the manufacturer's website for the drivers, it said, due to problems with syncing software, the M1 Mac, M2, M3 using Parallels possibly won't work. Well, it didn't work. So that was after 2 hours of me like, and I'm not very Windows friendly. The only time I use Windows is at work, and I don't really use a work computer too often. And it's usually just one or two programs, and I don't mess around with settings and drivers and device managers and all that crap. We don't have to deal with that with Apple. We plug it in and it works. So anyways, I am just not happy, right? I'm not a happy camper because the other cable I had, I sold my radio with so he can have the USB capabilities to program. So I didn't have a cable. Well, at least that worked. So I found my computer that I used. Now let's take another step back. I told you before that I had ProScan, and I basically, the only reason why I had it is I didn't like the way the software worked for uploading files, is I can remote into the computer and listen to my scanner and control it. Because the scanner doesn't have, like the newer scanners have, a server built into them. The reason why I'm telling you all this, because I'm sure, I don't know, you don't care. But it occupied 4 hours of my day. So I had the scanner software, the ProScan software in there, in this other PC computer. It's like this little, I paid $199 for it. It's like a little Dell 9-inch little mini computer. And all it did was, is that I used it for the ProScan server. It had like 100 gig or 50 gig of memory in it. That's it. Or drive. Barely can hold the operating system in it. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me turn this thing on. I haven't had it on in like 5 years. And let's see what happens. After it taking 15 minutes to boot up, because I think I actually unplugged it and battery ran out. And anyways, I had to get ProScan updated. And I'm kind of, with that computer, I only let it connect to the internet through ProScan. So I had to like open up some things to make it connect to the Wi-Fi and get to the websites and get to the ProScan website to get it updated. Anyways, I got it updated. And the new cable I bought, I couldn't get to work with that laptop. I'm like, holy shit. So there goes another half hour. And I'm just sitting there with my hands in my head, or my head in my hands. And I'm sitting, I have a nightstand kind of, or I don't know, a little mini coffee table next to my place in my great room that I keep my computer on. No details left behind. And I open it up because I know I had my VX5 cable. That's it's USB A to, it's like 1/8. I had my, because I would program while we're sitting, I had my 5100 program cable in there, and there's like a little drawer. So I'm like, well, let's see what else is in there. So I dig around. There's the cable, another cable for the 4-pin USB A or whatever, right? And it's got like two little blinky lights. I go, oh, I remember this. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot because this is all I got. So I plug this baby in to my old PC. Voila. I was able to connect to my old BCD 996T. I ripped down the file off the scanner. Very happy camper. Put the file on my desktop. I'm like, how in the hell am I going to get it on my M1? I can't find any USB-C or USB sticks. I'm like, shit. No. Right? So I'm just buried in my hand because I don't remember what I did with my USB sticks. I tried plugging one of my hard drives in, but they're all formatted for Apple, and they're only formatted for my backups. They're encrypted backups. No bueno. The Windows 8 computer did not like that. And I'm just like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Sit back down, my head in my hands. I got a USB stick in my car for my recording my cameras in my Tesla. Tesla provided it. Let's see if that works. Because that's format. It's you guys are really good at this. It's a neutral format. Because I formatted those hard drives for an encrypted backup for the Apple. So it's a AX1 format. I forget the terminology. That's it. Okay. I know it had some numbers in there. I want to say it's 64, but I can't remember. So I pull that drive out of my car, plug it into my PC, the Dell PC that's sitting on the floor next to me, which saved my ass today, but it's not over yet. So I plug it in, get the file transferred into the USB-C or USB drive, plug it into my M1, get it into my my M1. Yes. Transferred into Windows, into Parallels. I see you in there. I'm not done yet. Okay. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm done. I'm just going to copy and paste these groups in and I'm going to be good. No, it doesn't work that way. Now I remembered why I hated that software to do files. So I'm like, damn it. So in that software, I can't show it to you because I don't have Windows on this computer. I do have this in here. So in the software, there's copy and paste functions, but the files are proprietary to the scanner that you're using. You cannot cross-pollinate them like you could with FreeScan, which is one of the reasons why I like them. Can't do that. Back to my head in my hands. Not a happy camper. By this time, it's like 4:30, and it's been 3.5 hours. Holy shit, how am I going to fix this? I am not happy.
Watch your language.
It says the guy just played a FU WAV file.
I just said, do you want to make a comment?
Oh,
Let's see.
Sorry. You're right. You know what? You're right. I made a mistake. So I'm like, how am I going to... I'm so close, right? So I went upstairs. I downloaded the file off the current file that I have on the 996P2. And I tried just messing around with it, copying and trying to copy it to my 996T file, and it would not copy over. I'm like, holy crap, these files are incompatible. Why would they make software like this?
You really need to answer that question?
Because I'm coming off FreeScan. FreeScan software is awesome, but it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work with Windows 11. It only works with Windows 8 or whatever, or 7 or whatever. So I'm like, okay. I'm thinking. I'm running through the software. I'm looking through every little thing I can do, and I see an export function. So I exported it to a CSV file, I think. And I tried to import that file into the file that I had. No comprende. No, I don't know Windows 11 enough to know that, but it had more to do with the software. At that point, I already had the software working, and I already was able to connect to both computers with it, or the computer I needed to. I had the file in there. I just couldn't get the file to work. Tim, nice to see you in there, Matt. And I'm reading all your guys' things in here as I'm talking. So I'm like, holy crap, why is this not working? I have both the files there. I could see both of them, but I can't load the 996T file into the profile for the 996P2 file system. I'm like, crap. Why do they make software like this? So I keep on messing with the export function because there's like README file. You can export it into a README file. I finally found one. It was like the same file system the radio reference uses. And I'm trying to think of what the name of that file was. Anyways, I exported it into that file format. I figured because I can import that file format in from the P2, 996P2, just see what happens. All right, so I didn't know the steps you have to take. So what I had to do was I had to open up the software, open up a 996P2 profile, load in a 996P2 file, which I downloaded off my 996P2 scanner, and then I hit import from the export of the radio reference kind of file. And I please ignore my ignorance of technical stuff or elementary use of terms. So I saw the option that I can pick different, what do you call it? Groups from the 996T file. Holy crap. I'm a happy camper. So I exported the groups I wanted. And as soon as I did that, I realized that the groups on my 996T were different than my groups on my 996P2 because I have more groups in my 996P2. So it mixed up my file groups, scan file groups. So I basically had CHP mixed with my ham radio frequency. So I'm like, okay, I know how to fix this. I didn't save the file, exit out of there. I had to go back to the P996T file, change the group scan banks, because those are the ones that were conflicting, to ones that I wanted it to be in my 996P2, went back, saved the file, exported it to that radio reference kind of file. Oh my goodness. And then I was able to select it, import those groups in, save the file, and shoot it over to my 996P2. Just like it never had a problem before. Holy crap. 5 hours of that. It should not be that difficult. Why do they make it that difficult? And every second I was thinking, now I realize why I don't like the software for file transfers or file data transfers. It's not very user friendly. It has a lot of options, but man, you go between the files. If you have multiple scanners, a lot of people have multiple scanners they're going through stuff. I think they did with somebody put the scanner in there. Yes, it is, Tim. You're 100% right. So, I don't know. After 5 hours, I was able to make it work. Pretty happy. I was patient enough. I had time. I made it happen. If I didn't have the time, what I should have done is streamed it all, but I was on so many different computer screens. I was going between 2 or 3 different computers at times. I was not able to do that. And you know what? it might be good entertainment, but man, it's frustrating. I would have like 10 or 15 people tell me what to do. I was pretty proud of myself. I was able to fumble through that software and able to figure it out because it's not really documented what kind of file format you would have to bring stuff in and out of. And I read their website as well, and it's not really documented here. But this software works good for these older scanners. It looks like this one.
What? The SDS-100?
Yeah. Is that the newest one?
Might be, but it's also...
No, that's a handheld.
The SDS-200's the one you're probably thinking of, which is the base station version of that guy.
Is that the newest one?
Oh, it's a couple of years old. Guys, is there a newer one than the SDS-200?
I don't think so. And this one has its own server and stuff, right? If I'm correct?
I don't know.
I'm just thinking to myself, I should have just bought this. And you know what? And here's the other kicker to this thing, right? The amount of time I spent. So here's what I was going to do. I was just going to go through the old scanner, the 996T, and just update, just sit there and punch in frequency by frequency, all that data. I mean, it probably would take me 5 hours, but I would have gotten it done. But this way, I don't know. Whatever. Get an SDR. But I don't have a Windows machine. Oh, Nate, why are you trying to do that? I'm sure it will. But I don't think there's any that run on a Mac. And then I have to have the computer going. And if I was going to... So here's the other thing. The only reason why I would get this United one is to listen to it remotely. And there's no way to do that with a Mac. That's why it's holding me back. But I don't want to listen to it on my iPhone. I pretty much use my phone for phone calls and harassing Seth.
I thought also for a site that begins with the word P, or the letter P, excuse me. Or is that your MacBook?
That's my MacBook.
Oh, okay.
My Colin, all my stuff here is encrypted. Can you remote into it on a Mac and hear audio? So yeah, frustrating day, but I actually feel very accomplished. I just wish that, there's more documentation on that, right? I mean...
there's one way to do that, Greg, to get more documentation.
Upload it myself?
Yeah.
Talk about it like I just did?
Yeah. But
nobody
make sure I don't fall asleep when you're saying,
But a lot of people don't use these scanners anymore. The 996T, that thing's from 2006, I think.
I have an SDS-100. I don't use it that often.
You want to sell it to me?
I don't know.
Oh, 100.
That's the handheld. That's not.
I don't want a handheld.
That's the yeah.
Can you make like a file system and everything? Does it do P25? P25? I am noticing. Yeah. So the Papa system updated a bunch of P25. They added a bunch of P25 repeaters and a lot more activity on them.
Really? On P25?
Yeah. I hear like more normal talking, and they're not even nets.
Are they linked to the DMR side?
I have no idea. That's a good question.
You know what I do want to do? I'll look for it. Is see if there's buy one of the handhelds that does the P25 and the DMR. But oh yeah,
and Colin, the 996 series or the BCD series, they are great trunking scanners. When I had a trunking system here, they operated flawlessly. I had no issues. I had a 787 XLT. It would miss. Like sometimes it would like there would be a handoff on trunking and it wouldn't go to the right frequency, and I'd miss the conversation. But that the BCD996T, if you guys remember, there was a big shootout. I can't remember the year. Maybe it was 2000. It was the San Bernardino shootout.
Was that 2015, 2016?
I think it was 2016.
Okay.
Yes. Anyways, the reason why I'm saying that is I remoted into my Pro Scan, and we were watching it. I was actually at Honda Center. We were watching it on the TVs, and I was listening to the whatever the dispatch channel, whatever they were using. I think they're on Claymars because it was such a big event, and I listened to the whole thing from start to finish. And the reason why I'm saying this is that scanner brought it to me. So one of the reasons why I have scanners is to hear big events, and that was probably the biggest event I ever heard. And it performed very well. It performed exactly the way I wanted to. And then maybe a month after that, San Bernardino County announced that they're going to go to P25 encrypted because they didn't want everybody listening to what they were doing. Like people like me.
Sad names like Greg?
Yeah. Not happy about that. So, yeah, I would like, was it Whistler? Is that another scanner brand?
Are they still around? I don't even know.
I would like to find, I am going to play radio. It's going to be free DV. I would like to find a scanner that I can get that's newer, that's not the Uniden scanner, because it's like I don't need all those features on it. You talking? Did you make a contact with somebody in Canada? Puerto Rico? Nice. See, I don't really need that stuff. I think we got hit by something. So that was Greg's story time for, was it November 25th? November 24th? 20 is dead?
24th.
I got ahead of myself. Thank you for all the contacts today. I appreciate it. I did 76. Some of you folks were the same person or in different bands or modes. Like Kim, I think I got her 6 times across I think 4 different bands and like 3 or 4 different modes. No solar activity. It said KP4 earlier. No, FT8 was going strong on 40 meters. That was the other thing, John. Can you imagine the frequency coordinating for the event this weekend they just had in Vegas? The F1? Holy moly. Right? Uh-oh.
What?
I potted myself up twice. So I'm getting free DV going here. They were pretty good. 15 probably. Between 15 and 12 were my best bands today. 20 looks not good. See if I actually hear somebody here. I see some JA calls in here. There's Dean in Utah. And Kim was happy I made contacts with her on 6 meters today, Seth. You know she's the queen of 6 meters.
Wait,
K6YYL.
where'd she make contact with? Japan?
No, I made a contact with her on 6 meters.
Nice.
And I got 2 emails. Why don't you do 2 free DV in the when you're doing a POTA. I don't want to. I want to do straight ass voice. I don't want to do FT8 when I'm doing a POTA, and I don't want to do anything digital because I don't get an opportunity to make contacts really good with the noise floor out there. So I want to go old school for me. Old school's like CW, but I want to go voice. I want to make some voice contacts.
Hey, can Colin get on 20 meters at some point? Some millennia.
Not unless he passes his.
Come on, Colin.
And you're got some drops.
I'm dropping again.
What are you set at, by the way?
96 kilobits.
K6EGG. This is Steve Life LP. Do you copy?
Ooh, how do I do this? K5 VOP, I believe. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Earlier and was about to hit the bed, saw you live, so I thought I'd stop by and say hi. Then you said you were on 3DV, so I thought I'd get on and say hi here. Back to you.
Well, thank you for jumping on here. I appreciate it. I'll definitely put you in the logbook. You actually sound pretty good. It's a little bit better than last night, at least when I was talking to some other folks. I had a lot of breakup. That you came through 100% that time. I'm going to log you. I spoke too soon.
I'm not a bit interested, so seems to me look like that daylight. So if I'm
See, he has a Caribbean accent.
I'll be clear.
So
K6EGG, K7 UAP.
K7 UAP, a 5.9 signal. I don't know. Would it be 5.9 on whatever this is? Yeah, you sound good, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that you sound absolutely perfect, but you sound really, really good for being digital. I mean, it's very little robotiness.
Do I have a British accent, or do I have? I think someone had a Caribbean accent the other night. Somebody sounded like they're speaking Russian. Do I have any type of ethnic background that I sound like tonight?
I would say
I don't know if I want to go there.
Californian robot, Tesla robot, maybe.
You almost sound like a drunk robot. I don't know. I don't know where from, but a drunk robot. But you sound pretty decent. The last two weren't as clear as the first one. Thank you very much. 7-3 there,
I
man.
think you're the best sounding person I've heard so far, other than I'd say Don over on 20 meters the other day.
Well, copy that. Good to get you in there. Is this our first time on Free DV, or we hit up the other night? Can't remember. Yeah, Paul, this is a little confusing.
First time we tackled Free DV. Yeah, I guess I've been doing like my fourth or fifth contact total on the 3DV on each side.
And you made Puerto Rico. You made a contact in Puerto Rico and Caraco. Is that correct? Oh man, yeah, Paul.
So it's a contesting station that my buddy remotes into.
Well, that's good enough for a contact. Oh well, cool, man. Good to get you out here. And 7-3 from the People's Republic of Chino, California. Paul, you still in there? So no, I want to bring this up because here's one thing You weren't around when I did it the first night, and Nate was actually with me in the afternoon. I don't know what happened to Seth. I think he's rebooting. Nate was with me when I was trying to figure this out. I don't like to run programs that I'm using for radio on the PC that I'm streaming on. And all my audio routing, at least digitally, is through my computer that I'm streaming with. So I have a bunch of audio routed to and from, both my radios. I'm running two different PCs, and I'm taking a screen of the other PC, which this is what you're seeing right here is actually my M1 feeding into my M2. So I'm actually got somebody with a German accent. So I actually have my old Focusrite. I have it plugged into my M1 PC. I'm taking an aux out of my mixer and feeding that in, so that way I'm sending a mix minus in. And one of the minuses is Sonobus, so we don't hear Seth talking and saying bad words. I don't know how to work it very well, Colin. I saw that. So yeah, that's how I'm doing it. I've multiple computers and multiple USB-C interfaces. It actually works. Pretty happy with it. Once this guy gets done talking here and using the frequency that I'm on, looks like he's trying to make a contact with somebody in, I don't know where 6Y5SJ is. Let's just look and see who's on this frequency. Yeah, it's very confusing how I have all this audio routed, because I also have it so Sonobus people can hear it. It's going to Discord for other things. What's your ALC like? I noticed you didn't have any antenna TX attenuation. It's fine. Let's take a look. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf calling CQ 40 meters here on free DV from the city of Chino, California. Yeah, it's not bad.
Kilo 0 Bravo Foxtrot.
Kilo 0 Bravo Foxtrot. Dustin, you lost your British accent. You actually sound a little better tonight. Good to hear you on free DV here on 40 meters.
Yeah, messing around with YouTube. What's happening? Yeah, I don't know. It's still weird. I turned it off now. I'm gonna go turn it back on.
You're still connected. You started out bad and finished good on that one. It sounds like you're doing good up in Matt K7 UAP's area up there in Washington. I want to hear them to talk. Why don't you guys make a contact? There's a guy.
I think we doubled there, Greg. So, all right, I'm gonna go back and play around with this EQ a little bit. K6EGG K0 Bravo Fox.
Copy that. You sounded better that time. Just a little bit on the drunk side. Drunk digital sound. So, Colin, there's no way you hear me on 40 meters down there, right? What happened to Seth? Kim, can you do this? Come on now. I did 6 meters for you. FM, AM, sideband. I got to admit, that's my first AM sideband 6-meter contact, FM sideband 6-meter contact. First 6-meter contact at the 9757.
K6EGG Bravo Fox. What does that sound like?
You sound more normal that time. Not bad. And you can actually, you can listen here on the stream as well.
Okay, yeah. I'm still playing around with that might be kidding there. I brought it down. It's the the waveform on the free DD there. It's not as
What do you have it peaking at, if you don't mind me asking? I heard stay by the 4s, -4, +4, whatever that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that's referencing.
You sounded a lot better that time, Dustin, by the way. I can hear you really good in Seattle.
Wow, you sounded good that time. You were my backseat driver. Hey, Dustin, can you hear Matt, K7 UAP in Washington?
I heard him come across your live stream. I didn't hear him come across the radio.
That's weird.
Well, yeah, let's try it again. K7 UAP. It shows me showing you as receiving me, Dustin. K7 UAP. Yep, I got you that time, Matt. K7 UAP, K0BF.
Can you guys hear them okay on my stream?
Still got a learning curve with this software. You don't sound quite as good as Greg, but yeah, you sound pretty good. Not as robot-y as a lot of folks.
It still sounds off.
Yeah, that's it. And that's what I'm trying to get away from is that robot. Yesterday, I really
this audio routing thing is a huge deal here.
From Britain. It really did have a British accent to it, so I was trying to get back to my American roots here.
Thank you. Still trying to work out the bugs on this audio routing thing. I don't think I like the way I'm doing it, but I don't know another way I can do it. I'm just trying to think. See, there's a guy talking in Utah on the same frequency, and I don't hear him. But I hear Dustin and I hear Matt perfectly clear, so I don't know what's going on with that. Excellent. That's what I was trying to do. It's very difficult to, I don't know. So it's going USB out of the computer. So USB out of the radio to the computer. Computer's decoding it, sending it to my Focusrite. Focusrite's decoding it and sending it analog to my mixer. And then I'm whatever. Everybody got quiet. Are you guys done talking? I guess so. So we lost Seth for a few minutes. He's doing his thing. He is a VE, so he's doing some sessions. That's very good. I like people that contribute to the hobby. It's a good way of doing it, that's for sure. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 40 meters free DV from the city of Chino, California, outside of Los Angeles. You know what I should do is lowered my bandwidth there a little bit. I was looking at 3.6.
There's a lot of digitally sound and noises coming from there. That's for sure.
So all I had was digitally kind of noise coming through that time?
No, you're sounding good. You're sounding clear, but so far the last three people that have queued up have sounded really digitally and broke up. K0BF.
I don't think the bands are all that good, to be honest with you. I remember last year during this time, I was looking at my logbook. I was making a lot more 20-meter contacts at night than I am. 20 meters sounds dead, so I'm guessing the band is not that good delivering the signals through the air.
Last night, it opened up completely about 10:30, 11 o'clock my time. Into South Pacific and Asia. So, yeah, it's starting to do its nighttime thing. We just got to be patient, I think.
And to your point, Justin, when I got up this morning, my radio and my FT8 was still on 40 meters from the night before. I left it going overnight. I had a lot at 8 o'clock in the morning. When the sun was up, I had a lot of Southeast Asia, and I was still hearing the East Coast of all things there on 40 meters. So interesting setup there.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to come alive. Like you say, I've got a logbook full of people that would contradict. Last year it seemed like it was a lot more people on DXing wise on 20, even 15 meters, even 10 meters even. So it's just taking its time. But I think, like I say, a little patience, and I think it's going to work for us.
We need to work each other on 80 from that park, by the way. Yeah, just to let you know, your audio sounds as good as it has since you've been kind of, I almost said a bad word, messing around with the settings on it. Whoops. To catch myself.
All right, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I actually went in and adjusted some mic gain and ALC settings in the radio, so that actually helped out a lot too. So I think we got it going. And then in the filters, I turned off the 700D/700E auto EQ in the automatic gain control. I turned those off in that EQ settings there. So I think I like it now. K0BF.
Yeah, Dustin, you definitely got it going on. Good job. And if you're listening to the my stream part, or you're rolling it back and listening to it later, you're definitely hear the improvements that you made on your audio settings there.
Yeah, it's definitely harder to get it sorted out and figured out with doing this way, because you almost have to have somebody else on the other side decoding it. Like with the when it's on HF, you can just find you a clear frequency and go find you an SDR, and it works well. So it took a little time, but I think we got it figured out. All right, man, go see if you can make some contacts. I'm going to log this in the logbook as a digital voice via free DV. K6EGG live on YouTube from K0BF.
Oh, you're live too? I wanted to hear myself. So that's is that true? You are live, or are you just saying you're live on mine?
No, I was just telling everybody that you are live. No, I'm not live.
Bummer, because I wanted to see how I was coming across in your radio. So, all right, cool deal, man. Glad you got it dialed in. That's what this is kind of why I'm doing this too. That's actually the original reason why I started streaming is my buddy Keith was wanting to see how his mic changes sounded on the stream. So this is perfect. We've gone full circle here. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf on free DV and 40 meters. Yeah, you sound great. I got 17 missed calls. All potential spams. Holy crap. If the waterfalls. Yeah, you know, I had probably 2 or 3 emails. And it's weird that people don't leave things in the comments. I'd rather leave them in the comments because I don't have a lot of comments on my channel. But they were asking me, can you make a how-to video on...
If you want to keep talking, right, I'll record you on my machine here.
Can you make a how-to video with free DV? I'm like, I don't even know really how to use it. Everybody told me how to do it. So I just said, I've referred to when I first got it set up. Yeah, copy that. Looks like somebody else started talking at the same time there. Maybe. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf for recording audio test to K7 UAP. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf doing a recording test to see how my audio is sending across on free DV. Hopefully you recorded that. Oh, well. I had a nice...
I got most of that. I'll post it in Discord in the mail.
Oh, yes. I could listen to myself through Discord. Don't forget, we got Discord in there. Look for the Nightbot in the chat. He'll have a link for you. Nice to see you folks in here on a Monday night. I'll be on tomorrow night, too. I'm not going to do a POTA tomorrow. I'm debating if I'm going to do a POTA on Thanksgiving. It'll be Thanksgiving morning, probably a little bit earlier than I did this morning. But I don't think I am, since I did one today. I'm going to try to get up to Chino Hill State Park maybe next week, although we're expected to get some more wet weather here in Southern California. For those of you guys don't know, we got 200% our normal. Actually, I think it's more than that. I think we got 400% our normal rainfall for November in just 2 weeks. So it's been pretty wet. And the reason why I say that is Chino Hills, I have to go a little bit off road on a gravel road. And I don't necessarily feel comfortable driving my car on that, where I want to go. Let's check it out. It is not playing. That's pretty cool. It is not playing. Let me restart this. I probably need an update. How much do you guys want to bet? Shocking. We'll let this thing update here for a few minutes because everybody knows how many times Discord updates. Why is it an Apple problem? We got a German in here. All right. Let's see what happens here. UAP. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. I'm doing a recording test to see how my audio is sending across on free DV. That's not that bad. That sounds pretty decent. Thank you. I appreciate that.
From K6 okay.
That's not bad. It wasn't an Apple problem. It was a software issue because I did an update and it worked. Frank, why are you so angry? Try 1600 mode.
That's the big.
Are you angry because we're out of our drought? Paul, nice to see you in here tonight. And good night, 7-3. I got you in the logbook, sir. Hope you get your audio routed. So we got somebody from Portugal in there talking.
It looks like it's 4K.
Dustin?
Sorry, I couldn't talk earlier. I'm a voice guy.
Dustin almost sounded like himself. He's sounding a lot better than he did originally. I need a little more light on myself. Hot dang. There you go. Interstellar.
I
was probably on the same time Paul was on last night. I was on like doubling with a couple different people. I think 2.0 was on. Kilo Charlie 3. So that guy's in Pennsylvania. It's getting a little active here on Free DV. I'm liking this. You'll get it dialed in. We'll figure it out, right? I don't want it to rain every day. I'm good. I don't, I liked because I was off for like four of the 5 days it rained in a row. I was good with that. But man, the other night was it Tuesday night or whatever it was? I drove home. Oh my goodness. We're out of the drought. We don't need any more rain. Our reservoirs are full, at least the ones that have drinking water, not the ones we use for firefighting. Nice to see you in there. I talked to somebody in your home state earlier today on, I think 10. On the Big Island, Kona, by the airport, I believe. Sure. Tell me why we're not out of the drought, even though the drought monitor says we're out of the drought. We've been out of the drought for like 2 years, 3 years. I avoid mowing in the rain. That's a good idea. And yes, you can wash an electric car or you won't get electrocuted. Frank. Part of that drought is the at least the drought monitor factors in the reservoir and snowpack. And we're like slamming in here. I see N86SS. So where do you get your info then? Come on, Frank. We don't play no hockey in California. I see you talking. And Matt, I agree with you on that. You are correct. I know somebody has one in Canada and they don't really drive it that much in the winter because their range goes down like 30% while it sits outside. But we are. Look at the drought monitor. Yeah, we got to get Kim on here. Free DV. We'll try it on VHF. On 2 meter, maybe. All right. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf calling CQ 40 meter free DV. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf calling CQ 40 meter free DV from Chino, California. Got to remember to unkey. Whoa. You're kind of loud and distorted on that one, but I have you in there. KE0MAD from Chino, California. Or I'm in Chino, California, I should say.
Kilo Sierra Florida Kilo in Southeast Georgia. Yeah, but I did it again, but you should be down like he's in the
You sound horrible there, Sean. And what was the other station in there? Was that KS4K?
Yes, K6EGG and the group from KS4K, Dennis here in Southeast Georgia.
Dennis sounds pretty good.
And I have worked here before on DStar a few times. So back to you there, Greg. K6EGG.
He sounds like the normalist here. So far, of all the people I talked to tonight, you sound the normalist. And please don't take that the bad way, if you understand what I'm saying.
Okay, I understand perfectly. No problem. Glad that they were able to copy me way out there.
You're not wrong, Matt.
First I tried to work you on 12 meters once before on single sideband. The true noise level was so high, I wasn't able to get back in on 12. So, but this mode here really makes it easier to get a little further. But so that's I'm glad that you're talking to me up there. So, Bucky, basically.
You kind of dropped out a little bit on that one. But yeah, good to get you out here. Yeah, I have a lot of noise here on my home in my home shack. Well, not in my home shack, but at my home when I'm transmitting and receiving from home. I got a lot of noise. I live in a cookie cutter house here in California, so best chance to get me is probably do POTA. I got about 76 contacts today. A lot on 12 meters. So I like working 12 meters. It's kind of a little bit of a magic band.
All right. I just the band was up and down QSB in there a little bit, but I got you fairly well on that last transmission. All right, well, I'll let you go there, Greg.
Yeah, he sounds the normalist. No offense to anybody else.
Let you work some other stations. So, 7-3 from
nice to see you in there.
Sierra 4 Kilo in Southeast Georgia.
Copy that. I got all of that time. And I appreciate the contact. I have you in my logbook there in QRZ, and I'll send it out to Logbook of the World as well. So good to get you in there. 7-3 from Southern California in the city of Chino. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Colin, did you get anything in the mail yet? Somebody's on a Hermes AD9BX. I'm not hearing Sean. Sean actually sounded horrible today, and I hate saying that. You're probably not going to get it for another week anyways. How long is it? Anybody know the history of this? How long have they been playing with this? I mean, I've seen it in the logging area of QRZ. All right, Frank, I'm going to harass you later. And tweaking. Lots of tweaking. And I'm not talking about like drug tweaking. Oh, it's over 10 years old? I didn't know about it. I mean, I saw it. I didn't know what it was, but I didn't really know about it until a couple months ago. I a couple folks hit me up on the chat and send me emails. When are you going to do free DV? I'm like, what the F is that? Well, pretty soon we're going to be able to like have somebody talk for us. All right? We're not going to be able to talk to each other. We with texting already.
M3UGG, I believe it was. I copied you really well in there. Kilo Sierra 4 Kilo.
So there's a 6 call in there. Where is that from? 6Y5SJ. 6.
Okay,
5
N3UGG. Very good there, Kevin. Glad to make your acquaintance and make your first contact on
Did I
this
spell that
night.
right?
So I've got a real good signal here in the southeast Georgia.
6Y5.
Very good. Glad you got it up and running, and hope to hear you in there really.
Jamaica.
As you,
Do you think he has an English accent?
It's doing good.
I wouldn't mind making a Jamaica contact.
I don't see one on the recorder, but I'm going to say.
I think making a Jamaica contact would be awesome. And you guys know this for... Well, these other people are talking right now, so I don't want to interrupt them. So everybody's having the same problem. Well, it's not as frustrating as I had with ProScan trying to program my police scanner today. I spent almost 5 hours dealing with Windows crap, drivers, and ARM 64 M1 not compatible with blah, 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 and parallels, blah, 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 blah. This is horrible. I've been trying since Paul's stream yesterday. Worst ever. Yeah. My biggest problem was the audio routing. Once I figured out the audio routing, all this other stuff was actually fairly easy. I did have, it was just an audio routing problem. We got somebody from, what's he speaking Portuguese now? So the weird thing, Mike, is Dustin K0BF, sorry. He sounded like he had a British accent yesterday. Straight ass British accent. And then we had somebody yesterday, it sounded like he might have been Caribbean, but he definitely sounded Caribbean. But he's from Texas. So I don't know what the deal is with that. So we're wondering if somebody comes in with a British accent, or like Colin down there from Australia comes in and he sounds like an American. Can you imagine that? What would happen? Colin, we got to get you. I almost had you a voice on 10 meters the other day. So close. I think that next time, Colin, when I do the live stream from Butterfield, I'm going to do it later when 10 is open to Australia. Can you do 12 meters too, right? Why? It's the encoder's fault. And you know what, Craig? I agree with you on that. I had the least amount of compatibility issues with stuff with my Intel Mac. The M1s are smoking fast, though, and their batteries last forever. My M1, I could do like a 5-6 hour flight with that thing. It would barely go down 25%. I'm waiting for him to get done talking. I want to get that 6Y5SJ contact. I don't know if he's still talking. And then Colin, you can run your full power and try to make a contact with me. All right, I'm going to try to get this guy. 6 Yankee 5 Sugar Juliet. Do you have a copy on Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf? Let's see what happens here. And Craig, do you hear me in Hawaii by chance? I just know that my 20 is dead, dude. I see a VK3 station in there. Jeff, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Oh, it's Antarctica. Antarctica voice? Train wreck in a dumpster fire. I love that. Colin, you got a neighbor in here. So let me disconnect and look at, what was it, 243? I'm not seeing anything on my scope. Wah, wah, wah. That is no good. What am I doing here? Why isn't this working? I'm back. I'm back. What the heck is 1600 mode? Talk to me. What is it? I don't know what 1600 mode is. This? I don't know what this is. What am I doing here? Stop yelling at me. All right, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Oh, well, okay. Sean or Dustin, or actually, if we haven't scared away Matt yet. This is Kilo 6. Oh, somebody's talking right there. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 40 meters from the city of Chino, California. Looks like you heard me there, Dustin. I see you transmitting, but I don't hear you. K0BF, do you have a copy on Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf? Well, Colin, this isn't working out so well. I just heard somebody else pop in here. Somebody in my someone right next to me. All right.
Yeah, your wave garbled up.
You sounded almost normal there, normal Dustin. All right, I'm going to go back. Oh, that ain't going to work. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 40 meters from Chino, California, outside of Los Angeles by about 40 miles. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 40 meter free DV.
Sound a lot better there. K0BF.
And you sounded a lot closer to what you normally sound like there. But you actually sounded good for the second I heard you on the 1600 mode. W4AFK.
Yeah, you definitely sounded weird on the 1600
Carl's
mode
back.
there. I just did a short recording. I'm going to throw it over on Discord for you.
Copy that. I'll take a listen. K6EGG. Viper Bob, welcome aboard. And Matt, if you're still in there, thanks for recording that. This is Scott with his cats. He loved cats. I'll wait for this to pop in here. Anybody else new? I see San Jose in there. So Carlsbad, this guy right here, W4AFK, Carlsbad is just north of San Diego and south of southern Orange County, like south of San Clemente. I could probably make a decent contact with him if he talks. And you sounded a lot closer to what you normally sound like there. But you actually sounded good for the second I heard you on the 1600 mode. A little bassy there, but thank you, Dustin. I appreciate it. So maybe he's remoting. You should have seen me going after my software, my ProScan software earlier, or my USB interface software. Oh my God, I was gonna kill something. Yeah, you got to make a video. You rage quitting. I can't believe you can't get it to work. I didn't have that many. I didn't have the issues that I thought I was going to have. Like I said, my biggest issue is routing all this audio going in and
You
out.
mean we did something that K-Murder can't do? Holy cow, K0VF.
It's going to make them want to do it. Maybe it will make them want to do it. We'll see. I would like to see the video of him going crazy and throwing stuff and like quitting. Going, that's it. I had enough with it.
Hey, he figured out WinLink. I'm sure he can figure out this. I still can't figure out WinLink.
He figured it. Wait, he figured out DStar. I mean, I think DStar was probably the hardest thing I did. And the next hardest was probably FT8, where I had 15 people yelling at me. And actually, Murder was in there helping me out with that, I believe.
See, so this should be cakewalk for you, Mike. Come on now. K0VF.
You got my dumbass doing this. If my dumbass can figure this thing out, see if anybody else pops in there. So I see Don from San Jose talking, but I don't hear him. I'm kind of waiting to see if I hear him pop through. AI-6RE. Do you have a copy on Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf? And I'm doubling.
Good evening to you from northern Colorado, K0VF.
I think I destroyed him there. Colin, whose fault is that? Well.
Hey, very good there, Don. Looks like AI-6RE.
By the way, my FT8 video of me trying to figure that out was my most interactive video, according to YouTube Studios, with the chat.
We're out here just messing around trying to get audio settings and everything working perfectly for everybody. So that's what we're doing. And I believe Greg was trying to say hello to you there as well. So I'll step off and let Greg say hello to you though. But good hear from you there, Don. AI-6RE from K0 Bravo Fox.
Nobody has to step off. I can't hear him. You figured it out? Oh, I didn't even see this one.
K6EGG K0 Bravo Fox. Do you have a copy on Don's down there in San Jose?
I have no copy in Don in San Jose. I tried calling him, but I don't think he heard me either. So I don't know. Usually on 40 meters, I can hit Northern California without a problem, but the propagation the last couple of weeks has been very strange. Maybe all the wet air here in California is screwing up the signals.
That's a good possibility. I know 40 meters has been going long for you as well, so maybe that's what's happening.
Don Jose is
all
right.
K6EGG K0 Bravo Fox.
It's a restaurant. It used to be.
Come back to your chat
restaurant
room there on the YouTube.
Oh crap! You know what I forgot to tell you? I don't know if Kim is still in here. I had Elvira's for dinner. My wife brought it to me. Copy that 7-3. Anybody else out there? This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf here on 40 meter free DV from Chino, California. I want to talk to somebody in Antarctica. Even if it's on DMR, I would love to talk to him in Antarctica. I think that would be awesome. You went there Saturday night? I think my wife brought home the one from Upland today. I think they taste about the same too. By the way, if you guys are wondering, that's a Mexican restaurant here in the Inland Empire of California. Southern California, that is. And that's a voice contact with Antarctica. Has anybody in here made a voice contact with Antarctica in here? Does your wife work close by the restaurants? No. She actually works from home, but her mother lives in Upland, about maybe a mile from the Upland Elvira's, and her work is in Pomona. She works at a medical school up there. N1STE, I hope you come in. Good evening. VE3 DAC. Nice to see you in here tonight. But he was in Australia, or was he remoting? Sorry, not Australia. Was he remoting in and he was in Australia, or was he in Antarctica? That's pretty good. I've only made, I think, a 20-meter contact on FT8 with Antarctica, so it's going. He was on a base. He was on the VK base. Nice. I mean, FT8 is cool, but making a voice contact with somebody in Antarctica, I think that's amazing. I mean, literally, they're at the bottom of the planet. I got a little bit of a sore throat right now for some reason. Crap, it's supposed to rain on Sunday. WA2TOP. I like that. I love the rain too when I'm not working out in it, but I have to work outside in the rain, and it sucks. Electronics and rain do not match. So it looks like those two guys are going to make a contact. Man, it'd probably be really, really hard if somebody had a really strong accent. I did 76 contacts, and I had a visitor by the PD again. So I'm like, I don't know, 7 for 10. The last time I was up there, I didn't see the PD, but they're a little bit more inquisitive today. Oh, is that Shane? Shane, are you trying in there? AA0KM, I like that. Isn't it like the first slaughterhouse in California or something weird like that? I can't remember. Nobody can hear you. I saw you transmit. I see KD8 VAX. But nothing else there. When did I set this up? Last Saturday? A week ago Saturday? Let me see. I can look. I set it up on the I set it up on the 16th of November, so a week ago Sunday, because I got strong-armed into it, of course, like I do on everything on here. I got strong-armed trying to get my General. Slaughter was the last name of the dude that owned it. It's not a slaughterhouse. Okay. I thought it was a slaughterhouse. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know these things. I guess I should probably read the plaque next time I drive up. Or at least look it up. When are you going to a game again? I see a K6EGG 419 miles. He can't be 420 miles away. He's 419 miles away. I don't even think I'm doing the Rangers Ducks game. I think that's a TNT game. I have not reached the North Pole. Well, let me see. AL7 KC. And Simon says, I have, but I don't think this guy was in. It's North Pole, Alaska, though. That's not North Pole, right? It's over by Fairbanks. It's not even close to the North Pole. North Pole is like up here. Like right here. It's frozen. So yes, I made a contact with a guy. No, I don't think that guy's in, or whoever that's in North. That's not the real North Pole. Well, it's North Pole. It's the real North Pole, Alaska, but not the North Pole of North Pole. I have not done that yet, Ted. No, maybe this year. This might be one of the last years she's into that sort of stuff. Have you been up there, Neil? Or is that Chat GBT or whatever? Let's try this again. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf calling CQ 40 meters from the city of Chino, California, here on Free DV. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf calling CQ 40 meter Free DV.
K6 Golf Kilo Charlie 3 DStar.
Kilo Charlie 3 Yankee Oscar Lima. Kind of breaking up there a little bit, but I have a copy of you. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf. YOI. He's speaking Russian now. I can't hear him now. Well, Kilo Charlie 3 Yankee Oscar Lima. I had you there. You're just breaking up a little bit, but I think I had enough of a signal in there for a logbook. I appreciate the contact all the way over from Pennsylvania. 7-3 from Chino, California. Well, see, I normally don't make contact.
Seattle, California. Well, thanks for taking my call. I've got me twice on
Is this twice?
boot activations, so that's real kick to be able to go all the way over to the West Coast. Right? Enjoy your YouTube. Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Oscar India. I'll be clear with K6EGG.
Hey, it's good to get you all the way east here on 40 meter tonight. You came out a lot clearer that time. 7-3 from Chino. Thanks for watching the YouTube channel. Let's take a look here.
7-3.
I got him on 12 meters. I got him on FT8, and I got him on free DV. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. I like the fact that I got him on 3 different modes. And all, well, it's actually kind of a little bit apart. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know where, this was probably where was I at? What day was this? 111? The 11th. It's got to be a POTA. 111. Excellent there. What did you say? My activations 111. Yeah, that was Chino Hill State Park. I had a good day that day. And it was KC3YO. Oops, wrong one. Sweet, I appreciate that, Neil. You're not just saying that because we share a P.O. box. By the way, I got to pay you for next year coming up. KC3YO. It was this day. I remember this one. Oh, look at that. Look at that sad ham there. Andrew in there. I got to be missing somebody. I don't see it in here. Am I blind? KC3. KC3. Yeah, let me know. It's Connecticut. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, shit. See Craig in there. I'm noticing my band has less activity on it than I did earlier, so it might be coming to an end of free DV, but just made a contact with Pennsylvania. Folks, I don't know how many people are even watching. Let's take a look. 38. Don't forget to hit that like button. Let me just make sure 38 people are really... Oh, 28 likes. That's pretty good. Let's see if I hit anybody here. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf calling CQ 40 meter free DV from Chino, California. Looks like I'm making it in. Oh, come on. Somebody call me back. I don't know. Dustin. Sorry. Dustin, are you hearing those other folks? Oh, I asked that like 20 minutes ago. You might be on a delay. What do you mean? Don't see free DV or digital voice listed. It shows FT8. What are you talking about? Oh. Oh, you're talking about the SDR. Hardcore. Hardcore. Let's see my activation today. My activations at 74, not 76. I apologize. Look how many times I had Kim in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 contacts. I'm getting pretty close to like another, like, what do they call 1,000? Maybe not. I'm probably like 500. I'm not even I'm barely over 400. Chino Hill State Park. What is it? That 1,000 you guys keep talking about? I don't think I got any new fake awards. I think the last one I got was the bronze activator for working from 10 different units. I don't know where the 6 meter activation award is at. I don't see that anywhere. Maybe I already have it. Units, hunting, making contacts as a hunter, supporting your parks on event, working 10 different units, working 75, making park-to-park contacts, working 200 different units. This is kind of lame. Lots of fake awards here. I don't see any 6 meter awards here. Unless I'm blind. I might want to go back to this park here. Where's the 6-pack at? Six-pack. I see entities hunted park to park. Kilo. That's what I was talking about. Kilo. Yeah, I could have had Texas last week, but I couldn't. Further down. Oh, 600 6-pack award. There's no data. What do I need to do here? This is no data. Have 6 contacts with 6 different parks on 6 meters. So I have to do it in 6 different parks. So I have it in 2. I'm not even close. She's all about 6 meters. You need to work someone on 30 meter FT8 and you will have the activator. Yeah, see, I don't know. Maybe, I guess. I don't understand these awards. I don't really, whatever. Maybe I can go on 80 meters. Right? I could probably, Kim, can you do 80 meters? Or we could do 80 meters park to park one day at, if you come with me. I could just go in low power because my antenna won't really tune to it. I mean, am I wrong on that? I think I did that with Brian. We were trying to get all the different bands and he got called away, I think. I think Brian that moved to Ohio? That sound right? I think he's all of these here. No, I think he's, no. I've not done 40 meters on in Chino Hill State Park. And I haven't done 70 centimeters, so we need to work on that. I really like Red Rock Canyon. I think I picked the best time of year to go. And of course, you probably have time off during Christmas. I have 0 time off around Christmas. I have the day off after Christmas, and then after that, I'm hosed for like another 2 weeks. I think I'm working pretty much every day. Let me look here. So I work the 27th through 5th of January. So I got a little bit of a run there. I got a 10-day run. Nobody's talking on free DV anymore. I think we lost the band. All right. It's early, but I think I'm going to get out of here. I did 2 live streams today. Probably a total of 4 hours maybe between the 2. I wanted to do another one on Thanksgiving, but I don't know if I will now that I did the POTA. I wanted to do a POTA this week because I had a couple days off. For those of you just joining us, don't forget to hit that like button. Man, I had some Mexican food for lunch, and it's giving me a little bit of heartburn. So definitely going to be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'm doing the POTA on Thursday. We'll see. I actually get some people. Hold on here. And by the way, here's this. I am trying to figure out this. I did 1 hour and 35 minutes, I think. I'm trying to figure out how I can do this without.
For those of you coming back watching this from before.
Ooh, that sounds horrible.
I'm doing a POTA at Butterfield
Historical Trail. So I'm trying to figure out how this is not going to be reversed. That's driving me absolutely nuts. So if anybody knows how to fix that, please let me know. Email me, eggpro@aol.com. I would love to figure that out, please. It drives me nuts. If I get any more comments, that's usually the first comment I get. Hey, you're backwards. I know I'm backwards. I don't want to be backwards. I don't want to be upside down. I want to be straight. I don't know. Will you see them people doing that with a dance? Anyways, someone's gonna take a screenshot of that. So I'm gonna be back tomorrow, not from a POTA site. I still might do one Thursday. We'll see. We'll see how. Only you two can. They won't. There is a way to. Using third-party software, I think, fixes it. What's up, Ted? 67. Oh, you're one of those guys, huh? I don't know what the deal is with the infatuation with 6.7 lately. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys take care. Don't forget to hit that like button, the thumbs up button. I see somebody hitting the love button there. I appreciate that. You're backwards in videos. Not sure if you know what it looks like your settings. Colin, you, my friend, made a very good point. Andy's up late. It's like 4:30 in the morning over there. Good morning. Are you up? Or are you just getting up, or you been up? It's nice to see you in there. I just work digital voice, free DV. It seems different with Andy's screen name there. He's always up. I haven't seen him in the chat too much lately, but good to see you in there. I know it's a Real Ham Radio live stream when I see you in there. And I saw you in somebody else's chat, and you weren't a moderator, and it wouldn't let me chat in there for some reason. I don't know why. But I'm gonna get out of here. I'm assuming you folks want some Weather Channel, right? And I haven't talked to Hamstick Eric. That was another person I'm going to try to get a hold of this weekend coming up. But you guys take care. I think Andy was in there when I was doing 6 meters. I want to say. Andy? I don't know. Maybe. Walter, good night. I could probably hit you with free DV. You're close enough. Normally, 40 meters is pretty happy, good to us. But everybody take care. 7-3 from Southern California, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.